নমস্কার, নিউজ প্রাইমে আপনাদের স্বাগত। আমি সঞ্জয় রয়েছি আপনাদের সাথে। এই মুহূর্তে আমরা রয়েছি কলকাতার বিড়লা একাডেমি অফ ইন্ডিয়ান আর্ট অ্যান্ড কালচারে, যেখানে আজ কেরালার একজন চিত্রকর টম ভট্টাকুজি তার একক চিত্র প্রদর্শনী প্রচুর হয়, কিন্তু এটা তার প্রথম চিত্র প্রদর্শনী এবং কেরালার মানুষ হলেও তার প্রথম সূত্রপাত হচ্ছে শান্তিনিকেতন। সেখান থেকে তারপরে তার এখানে প্রথম চিত্র প্রদর্শনী। এই যে চিত্র প্রদর্শনী, এগুলোর পেছনে কখনো না কখনো কেউ না কেউ থাকে, কারণ সমস্ত ব্যবস্থাপনা, তত্ত্বাবধান, এইসব বিষয়গুলো। এই মুহূর্তে আমার সঙ্গে যিনি রয়েছেন, তিনি এমন একজন মানুষ যিনি একজন ইতিহাসবিদ, যিনি চিত্রকলার একজন দক্ষ সমালোচক, যিনি এই চিত্রকলা বা মডার্ন আর্টে একজন তত্ত্বাবধায়কও বটে। তো এই যে চিত্র প্রদর্শনী হচ্ছে, এই চিত্র প্রদর্শনী যিনি কিউরেটর অর্থাৎ তত্ত্বাবধায়ক, সেই রমন শিবকুমার রয়েছেন আমার সাথে। কথা বলে নেবো তার সাথে। স্যার, ফার্স্ট অফ অল, ইউ আর কর্ডিয়ালি ওয়েলকাম টু আওয়ার চ্যানেল নিউজ প্রাইম।
Thank you.
Sir, how do you feel today's um, solo exhibition of Tom Vattakuzi painting here in Birla Academy, curated by R. Shiv Kumar?
Oh, I'm just part of the thing. It's Tom who is most important, because the artist should first of all create something that a gallery or organization would like to project and thinks it's important to project. The curator there just comes in, kind of thing. So I'm quite happy to be curating it. I knew Tom for many years, and he has been doing very good work. He has been an artist who was well noticed on the Indian art scene, but there was no occasion where a large number of his works would be gathered together and shown together. So this is happening for the first time. It doesn't mean that Tom is a new entrant into the Indian art scene. He has been very active on the Indian art scene, and he has received a lot of attention. But a large show has not taken place, and this is the first time. And I think he's quite happy with it that it's happening in Bengal, because he started his serious art studies in Shantiniketan. He was already a kind of well-known illustrator in Kerala before he came to Shantiniketan. So it's not as if he just came as a beginner, but I think his study and stay in Shantiniketan was very useful for him. It was very encouraging, and there were artists like Subramanian and Somnadhor at that time who probably guided him, and so he feels that the place and these people were very important for his career. Later, of course, he went to Baroda, and then he has been active on the Indian art scene. But so for him, I think it's also a homecoming.
As I talk to him, he is not only happy but also over thrilled being here for his solo is kind of big exhibition curated by you. So you are not only a curator, you are a historian, and along with a writer, along with a critic of Indian arts. So as a critic, how do you see the basic differences nowadays art and art in past days?
Yeah, of course, this is going. There will be differences, and the art will change, like everything else changes. If everything else in the world and in our lives change, art is also going to change. So there is nothing very special about it. There has always been very good art, and I believe there will be always be good art in the future. So that is not changing, but maybe the way it is produced, the way it is presented, the way people respond to it, and those things will change.
So do you think that the art is same but the process has been changed, as because we are going to the developed ourselves day by day by increasing our tech savvy mentality? Do you think that there is a difference has been came to improvise our art?
Yeah, that will happen. So there are two ways of looking at it. Some scholars might have thought there is no difference. I mean, who was better, whether the prehistoric artist who painted in Altamira or whether the modern artist today? It's difficult. I mean, these are relative statements. I mean, it doesn't kind of thing. So, depending on what technology is available at each time, artists will utilize those technologies, and some artists will continue to use older technologies also. I mean, we have all kinds of technology, but people still sit and write using the many writers still write using paper and pen, and that has been there. Although many others might have moved to writing on computers directly. Okay, yeah. So both of them produce great literary work, whether you write with the pen or whether type onto the thing. So technology is just a means that allows you to bring out a certain expression, a certain feeling, an inner world, and so on. So those technologies will keep changing, but it may not necessarily mean that the human sensibilities completely gets transformed completely, or that we will stop using or kind of thing. Maybe the emotional world of the human beings are almost similar. I mean, it is something. So, for instance, Tom is actually painting a very small community in which he lives. So, it's very, very local in a sense. But it's something I'm sure that people in Calcutta are looking at and responding to you. Because although the details may not be same as yours, the human world which he depicts is similar to ours.
So, as a historian and 68 years old young guy, do you think that there is some uh, measures which we can say try to mold our history in our country, plenty of places?
No, no. I think what we need to look into is to understand our history better. And there is so much which is still undiscovered, undiscussed in our country, because it's a very rich country. And there is so much, even right in Bengal, so much to be
Exactly,
documented.
I want to say that.
Yeah, so much to be documented, so much to be studied, so many things that we have not.
My question is there any try to tampering the history?
Yeah, but that is something that people will try to do, but I don't think that is the main thing. I mean, because if somebody tries to tamper with history, others will have to do a counter narrative, and that's the only way we can kind of think. You don't have history doesn't tell the truth by itself; it speaks through us. So there should be, if somebody is tampering with it, somebody is distorting it, there should be stronger logical presentation of historical facts, arguments, and that's the way we can counter that narrative.
Now, as an author, which book you are writing now will come to us very near recent?
No, I don't think so. There is anything very recently, but I'm involved in quite a number of works. I mean, no major book as such, but I'm curating other exhibitions, and there will be something. I mean, on the artist who showed here in the city few months back, Sudhir Patwardhan. He's going to be shown in Kerala, so I'll be curating his exhibition there. There is a museum coming up of A. Ramachandran, who was also a student in Shantiniketan.
So we are seeing that West Bengal and Kerala is a kith and kin connection, as we have nowadays a Keralian governor here also. So, do you think that there is very need to take initiative, lots of this kind of exhibition to fetch the painters in limelight?
No, no, that is true. I mean, like what happens in India in a sense, I mean, it is happening quite a bit, but maybe we could do much more in terms of painters of one state or one area or region being shown in another area, another state, another region. So these exchanges are important. Just like I suppose we should be having much more exchanges of writings, I mean, literature across India. I mean, it gets travels a little bit through translations, but there is scope for much more translations of Indian literature to other Indian languages so that people will really get to know what connects with other parts of India. So literature is a great thing. Art is an equally great.
We know that literature has no barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, no barrier, no sarhad,
Yeah.
no border
Yeah.
among the world. Would you want to say something to the viewers of News Prime?
No, I really hope that and take every opportunity to read, to look at art, to look at see films. So you see that because that is not only entertainment; it's a window onto the world.
অর্থাৎ যেটা রমন শিবকুমার জানাচ্ছেন যে শিল্পের কোনো বেড়াজাল হয় না, শিল্পের কোনো সীমানা হয় না, শিল্পের কোনো বর্ডার হয় না, সেটা যে কোনো বিশ্বের প্রান্তে যেতে পারে যদি দেখার চোখ থাকে। এবং এই ধরনের উদ্যোগ আরো হওয়া উচিত যাতে বিভিন্ন ধরনের শিল্পীরা সুযোগ পান তাদের চিত্র প্রদর্শনী মানুষের সামনে আনা। এবং সেই সঙ্গে এটাও জানাচ্ছেন যে আমাদের প্রত্যেকের মধ্যে যে ঐক্য এবং সাম্য এটা থাকা উচিত। ভিডিও জার্নালিস্ট রিয়ার সাথে নিউজ প্রাইমের জন্য সঞ্জয় সাহা, বিড়লা।